Every serious outdoor gardener or outdoor worker knows they're going to have to deal with heat and sunlight at some point in Oklahoma. We wish our climate were just perfect with temperature and sun exposure, but obviously it's not going to be. One of the first things we can do to limit our sun exposure is to build an artificial structure, a shade structure, and we can work and maybe move that around or actually work in tree shade, but eventually you're going to have to work out in full sun. So you're probably going to need to have protective clothing or actually use sunscreen for that. It's your personal preference. Both can be effective at shielding your skin from excessive sun exposure. There are many sunscreens available. We need to use them often. The larger the number, the greater protection provided and the more time you could be out in the sun, but eventually you should limit the amount of sun exposure. In terms of time of day, try to get the work done in the very early morning hours or in the evening hours. Try to confine exposures before 11 a.m. or really after 5 or 6 p.m. Now, in terms of heat, we know that if it's hot out, we're going to have to consume more water. It's generally recommended that you consume at least 64 fluid ounces of water per day. It will vary a little bit with body size, time of year, how hot it is, how much you're perspiring, etc. Now, if we talk about protective clothing, let's start at the top. The tops of our ears get a lot of sun exposure unless we protect them. Many people like to wear ball caps, but unfortunately a ball cap with a bill only protects our face. It actually can part our hair and actually cause our ears to stick out. We actually get more exposure to the top of our ears with a ball cap. So you need something covering the tops of your ears. So if you're not wanting a broad brim hat, which we'll talk about in a moment, you can use a ball cap style. This one combines a semi neck wrap, and so we could put it on here and we protect our neck here. We can even seal this in and get facial protection in the front of the neck as well. There's some other options we'll talk about there in a moment. I personally like broad brim hats. This happens to have a 4.5-inch wide broad brim. All of your items that you pick should be launderable and very durable material. I happen to like 100% cotton or canvas hats, and this one has a broad brim. It also has a neck strap because in Oklahoma, the wind is going to catch it and take it off your head, and maybe take your head off also with excessive wind. So I like a neck strap on there as well. But this gives you good protection of your ears, face, part of your neck. But really you should have dedicated neck protection also. So you can use gaiters, such as we see here. I'm not actually going to put this one on, but this one can come down and protect your face and neck. It's also launderable. This has a certain amount of nylon in it, so it can tighten back up. Neck wraps are a favorite of mine. These typically are going to be in a 36 to 42-inch wide, and I prefer 100% cotton. Sew the edges, launder them. You can have people make those for you. They're highly absorbent, and they can be used for several years. Don't forget to protect your arms. Even if you're wearing a short sleeve shirt, you have the option of buying the special types where you can zip on sleeves and zip off as needed. But also these are arm gauntlets, and they are a mixture of cotton and nylon. They will stretch. You can protect one or both arms there. I also suggest hand protection. I like a 5mm glove. This will help you with gardening because many times you'll hit a sharp burr on a piece of metal or a rock, and you could get an infection if you break the skin and don't get it cleaned right away. But gloves like this are highly durable, and many times they can actually protect you from getting a skin abrasion, and they do protect you from excess sun exposure. Don't forget our eyes, because those who live in high UV environments oftentimes suffer eye damage and cataracts. So you got to have high quality eye protection. That usually involves not just shading of the lens, but polarization and UV reflection. Now there's a simple technique that you can use. If you know you've got one polarized set of sunglasses, you can check the other set by crossing them in perpendicular. And then if you try to look through them at a distance, it will go from very light to very dark. And what happens with that test is if you got polarization, think of polarization as a filter in one direction. And if you take two polarized objects and you turn them in perpendicular, you'll close off even more of the light coming through. Now, in terms of shirts, long sleeve shirts, tighter the weave the better, because that's going to let less light pass through, but it needs to be highly launderable. I prefer 100% cotton or canvas. Some others will prefer a mixture of nylon with those, and of course long trousers, and also full foot protection, because as gardeners we may drop a tool, so we're not only getting sun protection from sunlight, but also the abrasive things that are in the gardening environment. We always want you to think about proper sun protection and also keeping your heat exposure within the limits of what you can tolerate. Every individual is different. Some people are more compromised and prone to heat injury than others. You also want to take the time to acclimate and build up your heat tolerance over time. So it's a very important aspect of gardening to protect yourself from excessive sun exposure and also excessive heat exposure.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.